Hello there, my name is Ben and welcome back to Play the Game Central. Now today we are looking at the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 developer Easter eggs in the multiplayer map Meltdown. Now this is based in Pakistan, actually. I think I was going to say Kazakhstan. I think it's Pakistan. And so it's kind of an industrial area and there's not actually all that much in this map, but there's more than you initially think. And you know, I'm not going to say that this map will be a zombies map. In fact, I'll say the opposite, and I'll say that this map probably won't be a zombies map. But it's still interesting, and there's still locations in this map which have that zombies vibe, which I really do enjoy. You know, going from first thing is in Black Ops 2 there's now things called HDR, so that sun, for instance, is casting a light shadow on this building. It's actually happening in real time, it's not pre-formatted. So these HDR blooms and stuff like that, once you go inside and you come out, it really does feel kind of opulent. The sun feels strong going from light to dark. It really does make it feel a bit distinguished in some way, or at least divided between the light and the dark, and I really do enjoy that. But this is an interesting room. This is a nuclear reactor, and we've seen maps like this before, and you know, they haven't been made into zombies maps. But I know that Dalek, I think it's Dalek, has a map which he calls Echelon, which is quite a good idea for a zombies map. It won't happen, but it's a good idea for a zombies map. But this is what I'd imagine Echelon would look like, kind of the reactor bases and things like that, kind of this devastatingly dull and dreary industrial kind of clerical feeling. Oh, I don't like it, but that's what I imagine. I like this room. This room adds variety to what is, and this is actually a reactor core, and you don't see that very often. So that's pretty cool, I like that. Now let's go along the boring side first, let's get this shit out of the way. Obviously we find the transit load carrier thing here, which is very brilliant, and let's go around there. And I think there's the ladders also on this map as well. I can't remember where it is though, and I might miss it the first time round, but let's go up and let's be exhaustive. Now, there's a developer Easter egg over that way, which I'll show you in a minute. Before we do that, we'll go and clear out these rooms up here, just in case we've missed anything important. Again, this is campaign based, so that's why there's an inordinate amount of detail in there. Let's go up into here, and what do we have on here? We have the standard set, actually with an additional picture. That's quite good. Not all maps have that. Standard set of pictures, all aerial views of various bases, camps, and that kind of stuff. Boring, and there's nothing in particular that we need to worry about. Now, if this was in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, oh, I didn't know you could open them. Can you actually open all these? Wait. Where is it? Oh shit, let it explode. I think they might open, but if this is Black Ops 1, then you'd imagine that there'd be oh, they do! Cosmonaut spacesuits in here, but they're not, they're just hard hats, and you know, it's quite cool nonetheless though. Let's go into here, and I'm assuming we have a very similar feel. Actually, we don't. A very different room with these chemical reactor things. We've seen these in Nuketown. If you've seen my Nuketown version, you'll know that there's one at the back which I tried to explode for about an hour at one point. I was certain that it made a hissing noise, and I was like, right, I'm going to do this. But these are more of them again, so it's a very different vibe actually between the two rooms. One seems to be more of a kind of getting ready room, and or I want to say a dress room, but I don't think you call it that. And what's down there? Not much. Right, let's go down here. We've been down there. Let's go down here. Right, the first developer Easter egg, while I don't die, is that the hatch? No, there's a hatch somewhere as well. The oh, there's another load bearer thing with nuclear waste on it. Brilliant. In fact, this place is fairly clean. I just wanted to mention that. This is one of the only maps which only has one piece of graffiti. I know, Nuketown aside, all the maps seem to have an area of graffiti. Apart from that's Russian writing there. Apart from this area, and the only one piece of graffiti on here is actually out on this what looks like a lighthouse kind of thing. And there's graffiti there, and I can't let you make it look kind of like Bex or something, 4 Bex, something like that, and that looks quite interesting. But that's the only bit of developer kind of gratis that we actually see firsthand on this map, and that's still quite interesting though. So right, going back into here, we see again wall upon wall of nuclear waste. Again, a zombies-esque room, you have to admit. This could be a part of a kind of cleaner version of Ascension. If you're going to fake a screenshot, fake it in here, and don't ever do that. But you know what I mean. If you were going to do it, then you would do it in here. It's an interesting sign with that guy, his hazmat suit. Like that virus warning, we see that on Hijacked, and we see it on Express, we see it in other places as well. Let's come out of here. Let's go up into these and be exhaustive up here. There is a number sequence on here, as with most of the maps at the moment, but it's not actually in here, it's in another place, and what we see on here isn't important. What? I was joking. This is Homer Simpson. This is a Simpsons Easter egg. That's pretty cool. Anyone who's ever watched The Simpsons knows that Homer Simpson is I don't know, he's a kind of operator of a nuclear power station's computer, whatever the hell that means, and he obviously is Homer Simpson, so it all goes horribly wrong. But this is a Homer Simpson tribute, and that's pretty cool. Very cool. And those actually look like Simpsons-esque donuts. They look quite delicious, I must say. So if you like gay things. Right, let's go out of here and we'll check the other one. I'm going to show you one last thing up here, which is actually how I came up with the idea of a map called Sanctum. I had another map called something else, and I can't remember what it was now. The numbers are actually on here, but I'm going to go up and show you this room quickly. We have the fax machine of doom again, delicious drinking water up in here. We have this thing that we've seen a lot, more computers, all the same stuff that we always see. One of the clearest maps I've actually seen in a multiplayer map. This map has... It's surprisingly clear, and especially on PC, especially on PC, that looks particularly good. Now, for these numbers, the first set of numbers down here, we have a 9 through 5 clock as well, and here, it's right there. That string of numbers looks important because it's so blatant. Like, there's loads of other numbers on here and stuff. Obviously, 327 is quite blatant, but there's loads of other stuff which is kind of blurred out almost, but that looks interesting. So if you can string any of you kind of numismatists, I want to say, or numerologists, or I can't think of the pattern people, what are they called? Can't remember. But yeah, if anyone around can figure that out, that would be interesting, because I'd like to know what those two words are. I'm assuming they're two words because there is a dash in between them, and there's nothing useful over there. No, and in here, now this is actually how I got the idea for that Sanctum map that I was talking about. This would be one of those circular rooms that you go to once you've had the elevator down. This would be obviously much larger, but I just like the idea of this room, like the kind of training zombies around in here would be really interesting to me. I can imagine turning around, shooting them, walking into a post by accident, moving around, and you slowly learn the way that these posts would go. That would be quite interesting to me. So I'd really like to see this kind of area, kind of structured, almost arena-style area introduced into zombies, but I've been over that quite a few times now, and you're probably bored of me saying it, but this is actually how I came up with the idea for that, which is quite interesting. You can actually get really good kills with this as well if you're using lightning strike in here and you're playing hardpoint. This is the place to do it. A lot of people don't realise that that is open. They think because it's so dark in here that there is a roof there, but in fact the opposite is true, and you can get a serious amount of kills with your lightning strikes in here. So that's pretty much it actually. Again, there's not much on this map, but there's not going to be much on every single map. You know, at the end of the day, Treyarch aren't putting zombies Easter eggs into all the maps because they've got to keep it kind of virgin, if you know what I mean. They can't whore zombies out for too long. They've got to keep the cap on it for a while, and I think that's what they're doing. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching with me. My name has been Ben, and if you wouldn't mind liking the video, then that would be brilliant. Obviously share it with your friends if you've got any friends who are interested. I got my bloody thing back. Brilliant. If any of your friends are interested in zombies or multiplayer, or just finding out little secrets, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff, then obviously subscribe to Play the Game Central, because that should be good. And I will see you in the future, 2029. You're coming around mine, aren't you?